everyone, Joy here. I'm back with this week's Minimalist home tour. In this week's Minimalist home tour, you'll be able to see I've decluttered quite a few items around my apartment. It looks more like a minimalist home for sure. And there are a couple of changes that I made that are not visible at my home because they were actually work related. I've had a bunch of towels that I've been meaning to get rid of for a long time, but I just couldn't get myself to do it until somewhat recently. The reason why I mention it is when I took these old towels to put them in the donation bin, there was an older lady in the neighborhood who saw me and she asked me, "Hey, what are you doing?" But because I have an EQ, I knew underneath that question, she was like, "Hey, what is that? Can I have that?" You know, so I asked her, "Would you like these towels? I'm throwing them away." I've had the same towels for almost 2 years now, so I thought it's about time I changed them. And she was like, "Yeah, I would love to have them." So I gave them to her and she said thank you, and she seemed pretty happy. And I was really happy that I was able to physically see that those towels found a new home instead of just going in the donation bin. Whenever I see people struggling with getting rid of things, you know, some people might say, "Oh, those people cannot get rid of items that they no longer use or take care of because they're greedy." That might be true in some instances. Some people do struggle with getting rid of things. Maybe it's fear because they've had to struggle to obtain items when they were younger, so on and so forth. But I think on the flip side of that coin, I think some people struggle with getting rid of item or getting rid of things because they have a lot of feelings for the items they have. For instance, maybe you no longer want the coat that you have. Maybe you do want the coat, but it's not your favorite. You know, you rarely wear it during winter, but you know how much money you paid for the coat. You feel guilty to get rid of the coat. But I like to invite those people who are emotionally attached to their items to reframe their relationship with their stuff. For instance, maybe you think that you cannot get rid of an item that you no longer want because you clearly do not want to invest time or energy or efforts or resources to take care of those items, and you rarely ever spend time wearing those items or using them. You think you're being nice by holding on to them because you value them, right? But you have to keep in mind, there is somebody out there in this world who would love and appreciate that one coat that's collecting dust in your closet. Maybe they'll be the one coat that they always wanted. Maybe they will value it just as much as you valued it in the past. Maybe somebody else will take that coat to dry cleaning. Maybe somebody else will wear the coat every day with pride. This is what I mean. When it comes to decluttering an item, if nothing else ever worked for you, someone yelling at you, telling you to get rid of them, it didn't work, and you can't shake this feeling of guilt every time you're trying to get rid of an item because you do value the item to a certain degree, but you simply don't have the time or energy or resources or intention to take care of the item. So when you realize perhaps you as an individual are not the right person to be the host or caretaker of that item, then it'll be easier for you to get rid of the item. And I talked about this story before in one of my live streaming videos where I talked about this wooden bed frame that I had in a previous apartment. That wooden frame was perfectly fine. It looked so cute in my apartment, but it was requiring a little bit too much cleaning for me. So I decided to throw out that wooden frame to a recycle area. I felt very guilty because I have not owned that item for a long time. But next day, I went to check on the wooden frame and I noticed that the restaurant that was by the dumpster side is now using the wooden frame as kind of a dividing partition for their clients. It made their restaurant look like there was a mini cafe or something. It looked really cute and funny, and it made me laugh, and it made me realize that the wooden frame that I kept in my apartment that I slightly resented because I hated cleaning it and maintaining it, but I felt too guilty to get rid of because I thought this is a perfectly fine wooden frame. If I don't appreciate it, then I would have wasted resources, when in fact that's not what happened at all. That restaurant owners, they're gonna appreciate the wooden frame more than me. They're actually using it. A lot more people will appreciate the wooden frame. They'll probably clean it to keep their restaurant clean. And it's found a good host. This is what I mean. If you struggle with getting rid of anything in your life, maybe it's not so bad that you will get rid of the item because maybe you are just not the right person to take care of such an item. Maybe there's somebody out there who will not only appreciate that item more, but you will also be grateful because now you'll have the space and resources to focus on things that actually matter to you. If you're lost about how to get rid of an item or whether to keep it, be honest with yourself and look at your actions. Because you know, the stereotypical phrase, right? Actions matter more than words. if you never worn those clothes in your closet or you rarely ever take them out, you get stressed out maintaining them. You simply cannot seem to find the time or energy or resources to take care of the item. Maybe your actions have already told yourself and to the universe that you're not the rightful owner of that item. And it's time for you to let go so that that item can find a better host who will actually appreciate it. And I would like to argue, being able to get rid of things that you're not meant to own is actually the most empathetic thing that you can do. And on that note, let's start this week's Minimalist Home Tour. Let's go. Everyone, let's start this week's Minimalist Home Tour. So this is my small studio apartment in Seoul, Korea, as y'all already know. And I suppose I've got the white walls now with the minimalist aesthetic, but I had some mold problems on the walls before, here and there and in that corner, and thankfully my landlord did the wallpapers again, so I'm very, very happy about that, as my subscribers already know. And then here on the indoors, you can see this is actually a body mist that I have. This should be in the bathroom, but you know, again, this is a real person's house. I'm living in it. I'm using that little air conditioning pipe to hang my one jacket that I have for now. I'm gonna have to get a warmer jacket for winter, so every season I'll just get a cheaper, you know, new jacket, because you know, then I don't have to keep a bulky coat all season. So any off-season clothes, actually a lot of the colder weather clothes, because it's still pretty warm, are in this suitcase. That's what's up. And these are all my currently all-season clothes, current season clothes that I'm wearing. So let's go into the fridge over here. I freeze my food trash, so these are food trash. I'm going to throw out that bag once it fills up. And I got some shrimp because I try to cook as much as possible. There's actually something cooking in the kitchen, so you'll be able to see that in a minute. But yeah, so I got some groceries. I got plenty of veggies for now, and I have a sausage and Spam and stuff like that. So I do need to go grocery shopping soon. Maybe I'll do that after work today. But yeah, and this is my bedroom. This duvet cover, this extra bedding. So I've got this main mattress thing with the removable cover. So this is very easy to maintain, but this one, I can't. You have to take this to a washer hole. So it's too high maintenance for me. My folks gave this to me. I'm actually going to return this to them this month. That's my intention anyway, if I can get around to it. And let's just go into the bathroom. But obviously, before we go, this is a little bag that I hang back here, and I keep any clean laundry that's already dried but then needs to be folded that I don't feel like folding yet in here. So I have a drying rack for my laundry, which I keep right in here. So once all the stuff dries, I'll actually put it into this bag, or I'll fold it and put it straight into the little closet area that I have. And let's just go into the bathroom. You can see down here I've got a shampoo and conditioner. And so again, for those of you who are new, this is a Korean bathroom. So wet bathroom, this shower head can be removed to shower. I gave my bathroom a little bit of a clean. And over here is my cleaning supplies. So this is a mold killing solution. I've got a smaller scrubber for top surfaces like the sink. And I've got a big scrubber for floor and inside the toilet and stuff like that. And of course, there's cleansing foam to remove makeup, razor. I got my soap mounted on there, so I don't really use a soap container. Usually, sometimes I'll just sit right there. But yeah, this is wet wipes, mouth gargle, so on and so forth. And as you can see down here, this is everything in my cabinet. I've organized them a little bit. You can see over here, this is an extra cleansing foam that I can take when I'm traveling and stuff like that. That was a gift. That's why I have an extra one. Normally, when it comes to hygiene products, I only keep one at a time. So if I have a double or something, that's if I'm accommodating somebody or they're a gift or something like that. But yeah, so there's like a sunscreen and there's Vaseline. So I've got very dry fingers due to the work that I'm doing. So I would use that. And down here is my new toothbrush and the toothpaste. And I've got these floss, and this was also a gift from my mom, but this is like a lip oil or oil balm that I can use. You kind of click this back here and it will give you a droplet, which is interesting. Here's the face cream, and then there's body lotion, and of course some more cotton swabs and deodorant. Gotta have that, especially during warm seasons. And that is my simple and real minimalist bathroom. And of course there's my backpack hanging here that I take everywhere. And this is my kitchen. And you can see there's something yummy cooking in there, which is very Korean fish. This is one of my favorite fish. yeah, and I still need to cook the veggies. It's still pretty early in the morning in Korea. That's why I've actually had time to cook, which I'm very happy about. My trash bag is out here. Usually my trash bag will stay in here. But yeah, the reason why I have it out is I need to throw it out soon. So, and I've got only 2 shoes here. So what happened was I wore a sandal to work and I forgot I wore the work shoes back home. So usually, y'all finally get to see this, but this is my work heels that I'll wear at work. You can see there's like hair in there and you can't avoid it, you know what I mean? So that's that. So that's my only dressy shoes that I have. And I've got a sandal and another sneaker at work right now. And I think, I'm trying to remember what other shoe that I have at work. Maybe I only have 4. I think I only have 4 at the moment, actually. I forget. There's a reason why I'm a minimalist. And over here, of course, you know, I changed the filter for my Brita, so this is fresh water. I'm only waiting to put it in the fridge because the fridge smells a little bit like fish. That's the downside of this fish. It's delicious, but it's quite stinky. And of course, I got a toilet paper in the kitchen because that functions more like a paper towel. I use toilet paper for everything, you know what I mean? And then of course, you know, a cup and whatnot. And as y'all probably, most of y'all already know, I keep everything in here, including luxury bags to toilet paper to air fresheners, you know. And then all bunch of miscellaneous items, even sunglasses in this area. So this is basically just you know, a home garage for me. Anything that I don't need right away, that I don't want to store away, I just keep in there. And I forgot I had the seaweed, so thank you for reminding me that I got something else to eat today. So yeah, this is my minimalist kitchen right here, and that was my home tour for this week. And let's just go to the outro. So that was my home tour for this week. I hope y'all liked it. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time with more content. Bye. Mwah.